Las Vegas, Nevada, Temperance, Michigan, New York, New York, Moscow in Idaho, Glasgow, Scotland, the entire continent of Africa. And let's not forget you, Germany. Or, well, our one German listener that has listened every single week. We actually don't even consider a podcast dropped until the German downloads. And don't forget the people from Pittsburgh. We love you. We've even gotten gifts. Somebody gave us a You've Got Mails neon sign. Another person gave us fresh catnip. No, that's not code for drugs. They realized that the two guys that review romance movies in their basement, they definitely have to own cats, and they would enjoy some catnip. And damn, they were right. I didn't ask if I could use your name on the podcast, so I'll just say, thank you, Jay. It was amazing. Today, we wanted to give back to you a little bit. We're going to give you a break. No, not from us. I love the sound of my voice way too much to deprive it from the world. Today, we're giving you a break from your own mind. Time to shut off the brain for 2 hours. Sure, today's movie has an undeniable feminist undertone, but really, we're not the guys to talk about that. So do yourself a favor. Grab yourself a large stein of beer, maybe a glass of Scotch whiskey, or maybe a brownie with your own catnip in it. Sit back and relax and watch Bottoms with us. Welcome to You've Got Mails.
Could the ugly and untalented podcasters please report to the principal's office?
Welcome to our fucking fight club. And welcome to You've Got Mails.
Holy fuck, the intensity! Yeah! Yeah!
I'm Jason. I'm here with CJ, the biggest lesbian I know.
We have a lot in common. Yeah.
And we're here to discuss 2023's Bottoms. CJ, you added this movie to the list. Tell us why.
First, alcohol. I was real drunk when I watched this the first time, and I was having a damn good time.
Okay.
And I feel like this movie, it doesn't really rank on the romance side as well.
It does.
I think it ranks on the chick flick side in a little bit where it is... and this is about as deep as I'm going to get into the feminism talk on this, probably. But it is a pretty damn feminine movie. Feminist movie.
It runs deep.
Yes, it does. It has a lot of undertones.
But it's oh God, how do I... So I watched this movie twice, which I told you already.
Yeah.
I'm letting the listeners in on it. I watched it the first night, and my head just wasn't in it. But I liked it. Like, I really enjoyed it. But the next day, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched. So I had to watch it again, and I'm still not sure I know what I just watched. This movie is, it's like a fever dream almost. The reality of this movie is so unbelievable.
Yes.
Like, everything that happens in this movie is so out of left field and ridiculous.
A little John Waters-y, maybe?
Yeah, and yet there's such a through line of just, like, women empowerment and, like, feminism, but in a way that, like, I didn't feel beat over the head with it.
Not at all.
It was, like, a really good, like, positive, uplifting movie in a weird fucking way. Like, it's just, it's wild.
I highly suggest everybody watch this one.
I do too.
This is a definite must-watch.
I do too. I don't recommend a lot of the movies we watch on this list, although I have enjoyed a few. I've never gone out of my way to tell anyone to watch one of the movies that we've watched.
Yeah.
I've told a few people about this one.
It's one of those ones where you watch it and you're like, how did I not hear about this before?
Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this movie was directed by a woman named Emma Seligman. It was also written by her along with Rachel Sennott, who plays PJ in the movie. Okay, this movie centers around PJ and Josie, who's played by Ayo Edebiri. Right?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Famous from The Bear.
From The Bear. And
yes, chef.
She's getting pretty big right now. It focuses on these two, PJ and Josie, who are lesbians in high school. And they are basically starting a new school year. It's their senior year. They're about to go to college. Both virgins. And they each have their high school crush that they're interested in. This movie, like, was so much just, like, super bad to me.
It did have a lot of
even the
Superbad
characters, like, PJ is 100% Jonah Hill. Josie is 100% Michael Cera. Just, like, the ones, like, the loud, brash, just, like, says whatever the fuck they want. And then Josie is kind of, like, the quieter, more reserved, like, practical.
The thinker.
The one that's always like, this is a really bad idea, but goes along with it anyway.
Yes.
But what I liked about this movie a lot is I could have so easily at the end of this podcast, when we turned the chick flick to a dick flick, is just make them all guys, because it's been done 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it so well in this, where they reversed the roles, where, you know, it's these two girls, and it's like, it's this sex-driven, like let's get laid comedy from a totally different perspective than I've ever seen before.
You know what? I was going to say this for our grand gestures, but I'm going to jump ahead a little bit.
Okay.
The best thing about this is they don't fall for each other. Like, it's almost set up at the very beginning, like, oh, they're going to realize they love each other.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with each other.
Because
they are best friends.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
They are trying to get other people.
Yeah, it's a buddy comedy. Like I said, this goes back to like the 80s comedies, like gross out comedies, or even like Superbad, where it's like the two guys or the group of guys that are out there causing trouble, trying to get laid.
Yes.
And they flipped it on its head in such a cool way. But we start out the movie with PJ and Josie kind of in PJ's bedroom getting ready to go to this festival carnival. Again, this took me back to Never Been Kissed. Apparently high schools just have like...
Where is this money?
Big pep rally carnivals that they throw every year. But they are getting ready to go to this party.
I'm from the age of No Child Left Behind. We're like, you're lucky if you had toilet paper. Like, bring your own,
kids.
Kids
have Ferris wheels and everything. So they're going to this big start of the year high school carnival, and they've got their crushes. PJ has Brittany, and Josie has Isabel. They're both cheerleaders.
Best friends in themselves.
Yeah, best friends in themselves. They're kind of like, at first anyway, they're kind of your prototypical like cheerleaders in one of these movies. You know, a little vapid, at least from the onset, like when you first meet them. This, like I said, this movie changes a lot of things and does a lot of cool things and kind of subverts your expectations. But when you first meet them, Brittany's just kind of this vapid airhead. Isabel is kind of the same. She seems a little more... she's more the brains of the operation, I would say, it seems.
As at one point, Brittany says later in the movie, I'll do whatever she's doing. My identity is completely tied to her.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
she's basically just her shadow, but she does break out in this movie.
Yeah.
She is an excellent character.
They all are. But Isabel kind of runs the show, and Isabel is dating the head jock at the high school, whose name is Jeff, football player. We know that his name is Jeff, not only because they tell us his name is Jeff. These fucking football players in this movie wear their pads and their uniforms at all times, which is fucking hilarious. There's never a scene in this movie, like they're walking through school, they're going to class. Anytime you see these guys, they're outside of school, pads and everything. The back of his jersey just says Jeff.
I'm afraid to admit this. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, that they wore their...
No, this movie...
Never a scene where
there's so much going on in the background, foreground of this movie that you could miss something.
So another reason I watched this twice is because just like the set design and like signs in the background, the guy on the PA system will be talking through class, and like the things that happen in the background, there's always something happening in this movie.
I have two of my favorite signs from the background. A picture of a young girl that says, "You're prettier when you smile."
Yes.
And boys like you when you smile.
Yes.
And you are what you eat, and it's just a hand holding a turd. Those are my two favorites.
Wonderful. So we get the beginning. It's Josie and PJ walking into this carnival. We meet another one of the girls from their little group. Her name is Hazel, who's my favorite character in the whole movie.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I loved Hazel. Hazel is just kind of like, I don't know how to describe Hazel. She's actually really smart, but they kind of treat her like shit. Like she's kind of the outsider of their friend group. Like
she's the McLovin.
Yeah, she is the McLovin. Absolutely, she's the McLovin. Yeah. She kind of hops into screen as they're walking through the carnival and just kind of starts asking them. Josie's in a sling, like she's hurt her arm. You don't really find out why. And they make actually they don't even make up a lie. Hazel just says it on her own. She's like, "Were you guys in juvie over the summer? Like, did you get beat up?" And they're like, "Yes, we were in juvie, Hazel, of course." Obviously, like humoring her, like she should have known that it wasn't true, but she rolls with it because everything in this movie, you have to suspend disbelief about everything in this movie. Because everything that happens is batshit crazy. She's
sort of, you know who else she reminds me of is if you watch South Park?
Yeah.
Butters.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's 100% of Butters too. But she tells them they're in juvie. They continue to walk on, and Brittany and Isabel kind of walk over, and that's when they decide they're going to try to shoot their shot. It's so awkward. Just like...
It hurts, man.
There's a line. PJ asks Brittany if she wants to get on the Ferris wheel, and she goes, "No, I'm actually about to go ride the rock and puke or something." She's like, I need to throw up or I'm going to get fat, basically. And PJ's way hitting on her. She's like, "Oh, no. I think you could totally, like, eat food through your mouth and then digest it and just poop it out like a normal person."
Hot dogs with the buns.
Yeah, so this is how she hits on her. It doesn't go well. Everybody kind of flounders, and they go their separate ways. PJ and Josie are leaving the fair, get in the car to leave, and we see Isabel storming out through the parking lot while Jeff follows her. because Jeff was hitting on some woman at the fair.
One of the teachers.
And Jeff says, it's okay if she's older. Like, that's Jeff's reasoning behind it.
Yes. Which plays later into the movie.
Yeah, it does. So PJ gives Josie the idea, like, hey, offer her a ride. Let's get her out of here. She's clearly being harassed by Jeff, and she wants to get out of here. So they call her over. She hops in the back seat. Jeff gets in front of the car and won't let them leave. Like, it's like stopping them from pulling out.
Even though they could have backed up.
They could have.
There's nobody behind them.
There's no one behind them. They could have backed out. I love this movie. They pull forward ever so gently to try to get Jeff to move and just tap his kneecap. And the guy acts like he's been shot with a fucking cannon.
The entire team runs out.
He collapses. The whole team sees this, comes running towards him. And Josie and PJ, like, Isabel gets out of the car and takes off. And they back out. Like you said, they could have easily backed out the entire time and leave. And we get this great, like, God's eye view where they look down on Jeff on the ground and all the players surrounding him. And you get this great, like...
It's almost like a French Baroque painting of, like, people surrounding the Virgin Mary or something. Like, it is so good.
And the other like main football guy that's in the movie quite a bit. I don't know what his name is.
His name...
It was like Funker or something. It's on the back of his jersey. Tim. Okay, his name's Tim.
Tim.
He looks up at the sky and he's just like, why? This can't happen to Jeff. Cut to the next day. And Josie and PJ are walking through school. And everybody's just kind of giving them weird looks. Like, and they start to sense it and can't really figure out what exactly is going on. But clearly, like, something is happening. They finally get into class. And all the girls are just kind of asking them, are you guys okay? Like, I heard what happened. And they have no clue, like, what is going on.
Yeah.
Like, and we come to find out that everybody kind of thinks that they beat up Jeff. Even though, like, they didn't do anything but just tap him with the car. Even Isabel comes in, which is another great... I love how ridiculous this movie is. She comes and she goes, I heard you guys beat up Jeff last night. And they're like, you were in the car.
You were there.
You saw what happened. And she has no recollection of any of this. Jeff comes in on crutches and they're just kind of like harassing PJ and Josie. And then we get over the intercom. Could the two ugly and untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
That is an on-running thing because at the very when they're at the carnival in the beginning, did you catch where they said like, "Oh, it's tough being gay in high school"?
Everybody hates us because we're gay, and they're like, "No, it's not because we're gay; it's because we're untalented and ugly."
Yeah, we're untalented.
And they
gays.
show like what this other like gay guy walking through. And all these guys are like, "Hey man, we love what you're doing in the play this year," and like giving it like dapping them up and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh fuck, it is us. It's just us." Which I love that about this movie is no one does dislike them for being gay. It's just a normal thing.
Yeah,
like it's not at all like a weird like except for like, the point of the film I'm talking about right now. They walk into their lockers and there's a few slurs written on their locker, but that's the only time it's really touched upon that like. Someone might be harassing them because they're gay.
Even that scene, they see the slurs, and the janitor rolls by with a bucket of paint to paint it off, and they know him by name.
Yeah. And
like, this happens often enough that they know the janitor.
Yeah. Like, they should be horribly offended by it, right? And I don't feel comfortable saying what they say, but it's like F word 1, F word 2.
Yeah.
You can get the idea. And that's not what bothers them. PJ goes... I got number 2 this time.
Yeah.
I'm the leader. You're the sidekick. I don't understand why I'm number 2. But they get called to the principal's office, and the principal's ready to expel them because they have essentially brutalized Jeff, even though, they didn't. But there's a big football game coming up. It's like the 20-year anniversary. They've never won.
The Huntington game.
They're playing the Huntington team.
The Golden Ferrets.
And the principal's ready to suspend them because he says that they beat up Jeff. And they lie their way out of it and say, no, we were practicing our self-defense. Like, we're starting a self-defense club because, the Huntington football team, they're known for coming into town and, like, beating people up and, like, assaulting people from the other school.
Yeah, they reference that they kill people.
Yeah.
In which you're like... All right, like, you're really overblowing this.
But no, they're not.
Little do you know.
No, they're not. So Josie and PJ kind of talk their way out of it by saying they're starting this class, and the principal's just like, all right, whatever, just stay in your fucking lane until the year's over. Don't bother anybody. So they get this bright idea. They really are going to start this fight club, and the reason being is because they want to get laid. This is mainly PJ.
Yeah.
Like, PJ wants to start this fight club, and she's like, we'll get the girls in there. The adrenaline starts pumping. We start throwing punches, wrestling around, all of a sudden they're in love with us.
Look, if you want to meet women, you go to where women are.
Yeah.
Like, that's the idea.
Yeah.
I knew guys that were in cosmetology in high school.
Yeah.
And they cleaned the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they did well for themselves.
You get into home ec
All the
classes.
guys made fun of them, but these dudes, they were getting invited to the parties.
Yeah.
They were having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all in the bleachers. They're kind of discussing this, and Hazel is there too. And Hazel's like, yeah, this is actually a good idea. Like, this school needs more female solidarity. Like, this would be a great opportunity to get a bunch of girls together. Just,
Yeah, we need to learn how to fight Huntington anyway.
Yeah, it'd be like a great team building thing. Like, just get people together. So they decide to do it. Hazel's kind of in charge of gathering up all the girls. And the first day they have their class, PJ and Josie walk in, and it's kind of like just this ragtag group of misfits and losers. There's nobody there that PJ or Josie are interested in hooking up with. They were really hoping for Brittany and Isabel. But they start the class, and they kind of start talking we were in juvie, laying on the lies, and they say, we're going to show you how to throw a punch. And Josie rocks PJ with a great punch.
Oh.
The fighting in this movie is actually really good, I feel like.
And it ups the ante every time.
It does,
man.
and it's brutal, but hilarious at the same time.
Yes.
It's slapstick, but the punches feel like they're landing. And she socks her right in the face, and she sits up, and she is just gushing blood. Her eyes are already starting to turn black and blue. And she's just smiling. This is when she kind of starts to realize, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah. Let me ask you, you ever been punched in the head?
No, not really.
No, it hurts, man. It hurts a lot, especially in the nose. That's the reset button, man. You hit somebody hard enough in the nose, they're going to go, oh, where am I? What happened?
I've never been punched in the nose. I feel like, for our listeners that don't know, I'm about 6'6", pushing 3 bills. I'm a big boy. I don't get punched a lot. And I haven't been punched since I was in high school. And I think the one time I did get punched, I got tapped on the shoulder at my locker turn. I got sucker punched, and it didn't even faze me.
Yeah.
And then
That's about the same here. I haven't been punched since high school, but I remember that hurt.
I got a big old noggin, so,
you hit me on the nose like she hits her, I'd be on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'd be wondering about myself.
I got headbutted in the nose once on accident. That wasn't pleasant. Ooh. Yeah. But the class starts, they throw the punch, they kind of talk a little bit, and then one of the girls says, is there going to be a supervisor for this class? Because if there's not, we're all getting suspended. So this is where my other favorite character from this movie comes
This guy is so good that I almost feel bad that he takes the attention away from the women in this movie.
It is odd, and I felt weird about it because, so we're talking about Marshawn Lynch, ex-NFL football player, Super Bowl champion Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. Comedic genius, I might say.
A lot of his stuff is improvised in this movie.
Pretty sure from what I heard, it's almost all improvised. And the way he got the role is there's a show on Netflix called Murderville.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is really good. It's Will Arnett, and it's a different mystery every week, but it's all improvised. So they bring in actors, comedians, sports, athletes, and they let them improvise everything. When they were casting this role of Mr. G, their teacher, they wanted someone who wasn't really known for comedy or wasn't known so much, and they happened to see Marshawn Lynch on Murderville. And if you haven't seen that and you enjoyed Bottoms, watch the episode of Murderville he's on.
Watch his episode, and surprisingly, the funniest episode, Sharon Stone.
Really?
She is a comedy genius.
Oh, look at that.
Same as Marshawn Lynch.
Look at that. But so they cast him in this role, and he's phenomenal in this. His name is Mr. G. He's not the brightest guy. He's kind of just...
I'd say he's just more into his own thing. He doesn't really care that much for being a teacher.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
He's in the middle of a divorce. They make that clear. And, his head's just not in the game. So that's why they choose him.
Yeah, there's a great part when they first walk up to him to ask him to be their advisor, where he's talking about one of his students, and he's like, that kid came to one class, and I haven't seen him since. And they go... He committed suicide his first week of school. And he's like, yeah, sure he did.
Yeah.
This guy has no idea what's happening in the school. But they ask him to be their advisor. And at first he's kind of I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm retiling the bathroom. I got some things. I'm going through some personal issues. And they kind of say to him, well, maybe this will take your mind off of things. And they're trying to convince him to be the advisor, but not show up for class. Because he says, he wants to be an ally. And Josie says, well, the best way to be an ally is say you're going to do something and then just don't do it.
There's no logic circles here. There's no logic anything. No loops, no lines. It's just logic in the trash.
So he says, all right, I'll be your advisor. So the next day, we get everybody showing up for the class again. This time, there's a few more girls that's starting to gain some traction. Josie and PJ are still pretty upset because there is not really anybody like of note that they're looking to hook up with.
No, you could say it, anybody fuckable.
Yeah, okay,
that's what they're looking for.
There's nobody fuckable. Another one of my favorite characters, though, is Sylvie. She's like the little crazy girl with the beanie all the time. The little
stoner, okay.
And they do say, they're like, well, Sylvie's kind of cute if she got rid of her braces and quit huffing paint all the time.
Yeah.
So we get this scene where PJ and Josie come in, and Mr. G comes running in. Like, they weren't expecting him to be there, but he's like, I'm going to do this thing. Like, I'm committed. I'm here. And she gives this big, like, angry speech about not being on time, and she's trying to, like, put down the rules for the club.
Kind of a Fight Club moment.
Very a Fight Club moment.
There's a lot of Fight Club parallels in this.
She rips the top off of a mop, and she's like got a stick with like a point on the end of it, and she's just walking around like threatening people with it. And then Isabel and Brittany walk in, and the tone totally changes. And they're like, "Oh, hey, come on in. Everything's fine." And the other girl's like, "Thought we couldn't be late." And they're like, "No, just it's fine. The next time, next class." And then we get like a really good. Well, it's funny. First, we get. These girls just are knocking each other down. Like, this is the first part of class is like, they just start pushing each other till they fall over. And Mr. G gets up and he's like, whoa, I don't know if this is a good idea. And they're like, no, we have to, Huntington is coming for us. We have to be able to defend ourselves. And he's kind of like, all right, I get it. Like, that's cool. And then we get a good fight montage.
Yeah. A violent fight montage.
Yeah, it's just like a good, like, minute-long montage of these girls just kicking each other's asses and, like, kind of starting to realize that they can do this if they want to.
And it gets violent. Like, it starts with them kind of tapping each other with their feet, kicking, and by the end, they're just plain out wailing on each other's faces.
Yeah, and you get to see a couple cool moments where, like, the girls in each of their crushes are, like, kind of sparring with each other, and at one point, Brittany tackles PJ, and she's on top of her, and she's like, why don't you fight back? I'm winning. She's just got the stupidest, like, shit-eating grin on her face. Like, she's so happy. At the same time, you get Josie and Isabel knocks Josie down, and she's kind of on top of her, and she smiles a little bit, and then Isabel gets up and just socks her right in the face again.
Yeah, just absolutely cold contact.
But they're all taking it very seriously, and they're literally just beating the shit out of each other. And we get a little montage, too, of, like, them just licking their wounds. Like, you see them, like, in the bathroom mirror looking, and they got a tooth missing and, like, a black eye and blood coming down the nose.
Now, did you catch this from this point forward in the movie? Anytime they show these girls, they randomly do have, like, massive bruises. Not just on their faces, but it really shows up on Brittany a lot.
Yeah.
Because she wears very little clothing.
Yeah.
So you see, like, there's one point when she turns around and there's just a massive black welt on her ribs.
Yeah.
They don't ever show her get kicked in the ribs or anything, but, like, they added these little details in that are awesome.
This is a Fight Club, and it's very much in that vein, like Fight Club the movie, where you would always see Edward Norton showing up to work with a black eye or a bloody tooth or whatever. Mm-hmm. The attention to detail and just like the little things in this movie that they put in that you see are great. So from here we move on. We see Josie and PJ. They're kind of cool in the school now. They were the outsiders, the losers, as they're walking through school. Everybody's kind of dapping them up, saying hi. They're getting Marshawn Lynch's character, Mr. G's, coming out the door and like pointing them the finger guns at him. Like, everybody's loving
I love
him.
how he starts to turn feminist.
Yeah.
Like, what's he write on the board is, and I'm sorry, it's taken everything in my body not to quote this entire movie. This is a very quotable movie.
It's so quotable, yeah.
But he writes on the board, who invented feminism? A,
Gloria
Steinem. B, some dude. C, some other chick.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, but
he's getting into it.
Yeah, and he really is. He's an ally for these girls. He's really taking an interest in what they're doing and like really kind of empowering them to do what they're doing and letting them do what they're doing. It's kind of like sitting back and letting it all unfold. Yeah, and like make themselves stronger. But at this point, as they're walking through the school, Hazel kind of has this idea. The club's going really good, and like the girls are really learning some things about fighting. And she thinks it'd be good if like they actually sat down and just talked to these girls and like got to know them, because they don't really know who they are. They're just in there kicking the shit out of each other, and she wants to bring everybody more together. And PJ and Josie love the idea, but for all the wrong reasons. As PJ says, Hazel, you're absolutely right. Talking about trauma gets me so horny. Like, all we have to do is go in there and start talking about, what our problems are, and these girls are just going to melt like butter.
It's got some I'm a good guy or incelly vibes to the way they think about getting
That's what I
women.
said. She is literally the Jonah Hill of this movie.
Yes.
Like, super bad. Like, she's the worst. Like, until she's not. Like, she's not in this for the right reasons. She's kind of a dick to everyone. Like, they do such a good job of, like, not sugarcoating and not... Because it's two girls playing the roles that, like, guys would normally play, they don't change anything. Like, they're exactly who they would be if it was a couple of guys playing this. And they don't change anything, and it works. So next scene, we get them in the gym, and they're all sitting around in a circle, just kind of talking about their traumas, and they do play it for laughs. You know, the one girl is kind of like, "Oh, I have a stalker." Like her reason for joining the club is because she wants to stalk her stalker, basically, and protect herself.
Yes,
and she's like, "I call the cops, and they tell me to fill out a form, an online form, and then when I fill out the online form, it tells me to call them, and then when I call them, they tell me they can't do anything unless he threatens to kill me," which he has multiple times, but that's not good enough. It's really annoying. Like that's
this scene was probably like the one that had the hardest gut punch jokes.
Yeah.
Because at one point Josie says, "Has anybody in here been raped?"
No, PJ says that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Has anybody here been sexually assaulted?
Yeah, show of hands.
Show of hands. Nobody puts their hands up, and she says, "Well, gray area stuff counts too," and every single girl throws her hands up, and I was like, damn, that's a heavy joke. Like, that is painful.
On a lighter note, lighter joke from that whole scene, which I loved, earlier in the movie when they're talking about what they want to get out of the club, Sylvie, the little crazy, like, methed out kid, it's like, "I'll be able to finally kill my stepdad." And you're like, oh shit, like, what is her stepdad doing? Then they get around in this circle, and they're like, "What about you, Sylvie?" She's like, "It's my stepdad. Like, you guys know my situation. It's just he always wants to have these Friday movie nights. And it's so annoying." And it's like, he's not doing... She's like, "I know you're the new stepdad and you want to be cool."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God. Like, she wants to kill this guy. He's just trying. He's probably one of the only nice males in this movie. But during this, you know, Josie gets up and she kind of tells this fake story about Juvia and about how, you know, she never felt like part of a group. And she was always like fighting girls for money in Juvie.
Is this where she tells the Hunger Games story?
Yeah. And you can see, like, they show, like, scenes of Isabel, and she's, like, touched by this. Like, it's connecting with her, this lie. So after the club's over, she walks up to Josie and, you know, kind of invites her on a study date, which is, like, a nice little moment. And you see that it's kind of starting to work. Like, there's some chemistry. There's some sparks flying between Isabel and Josie.
We get a great, during that great scene with Marshawn Lynch, where he just starts breaking into his divorce, and then at the end just walks away and goes, "Men need therapy."
Yeah. So from here, we get a scene at Hazel's house. So Hazel comes home.
Off the chain.
Hazel comes home, and her mother is upstairs, and you hear the sounds of sex. Like, she's moaning and screaming, and she walks out onto the steps above, and then out follows Jeff.
Wearing his shoulder pads. Nothing else. Well, he's got underwear and his football shoulder pads. And he's holding, did you catch, he's holding a measuring cup full of cornflakes?
Yeah.
And he's just eating them while they're talking?
Yeah. So, you know, Jeff is dating Isabel, obviously. So the next scene we get is they're trying to raise money for the club, I'm assuming. They don't really state this, but at first I thought it was like a car wash, like they do car washes.
Yeah, no.
Turns out they're selling used underwear. And there are just a bunch of creepy old men in line to buy underwear.
This is kind of take some power back shit right here.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are going to get creepy on us. We're going to profit.
Yeah, exactly. And Hazel was kind of having a meltdown, and she finally tells Josie and PJ that her mom is like sleeping with, she says some meathead. She doesn't even know his name, and she kind of explains who he is, and they go, "Oh, Jeff. You mean Jeff?"
It's my favorite throwaway line in the entire movie.
I thought Jeff was a safe word.
Yes.
Yeah. She goes, "That's his name? I thought Jeff was a safe word." So we get the date next for Isabel and Josie. They're on their study date, like a little diner. And this is when Josie decides that she has to tell Isabel that Jeff is cheating on her. That, you know, with Hazel's mom. Isabel does not handle it well. She has like a pretty bad meltdown in the diner. Next day, Isabel confronts Jeff.
This is also the first time that you see that, because they really like kind of hold Isabel up high in this.
Yeah.
Like, she's this perfect, beautiful woman who, I think she looks like she must be 30 or 40 years. She looks a little older than these gals.
Yeah.
But she's like this perfect, and this is the first time where you see she's also somewhat unhinged.
Yeah.
Like every character in this is unhinged,
Yes.
but she is not like the trophy. She is also just a crazy person.
Yeah, she really is. So she storms into the cafeteria. This is another, like I said, there's so many great lines in this. You have to watch this movie, seriously, because there's so much good stuff in this that we can't even cover a tenth of it. But she confronts Jeff with Hazel by her side. And Jeff is just denying it. Like, oh, I would never. I cheated on you once with your sister. Never again, baby. I'll never do it again. And Hazel goes, he's denying it up and down. Hazel goes, Jeff, I saw you. And Jeff just snaps and goes, shut up, nerd. I fucked your mom. And then immediately is like, oops, I said it. I admitted to doing it. So then Isabel storms off with the rest of the girls, and they decide they're going to get revenge. She says, I want revenge.
They're going to do a little terrorism.
Well, Hazel goes, I could build a bomb.
Yeah.
That's another favorite line. PJ goes, yeah, Hazel, let's do terrorism, like sarcastically. And then we get one of my favorite sequences of the movie. We start out in Jeff's bedroom, and Jeff has headphones on. This might be the only time he's not wearing his shoulder pads, come to think of it.
Well, he's wearing just a towel, right?
Just a towel. He doesn't have his football gear on. The only time in the entire movie Jeff is not wearing some piece of football equipment. Listening to Total Eclipse of the Heart. And we get this great montage of the girls in a van just driving, kind of hanging out the windows. They've got ski masks on. Like, they're going, like, full Fight Club. They're about to, like, fuck some shit up.
Yeah, at one point, Brittany is hanging out of the window in the same way that, like, the Joker is hanging out of the window in the Joker movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, they had to have tried to shoot that the same way.
Yeah, I think you're right. All this set to Total Eclipse of the Heart. They roll up, and instead of doing any, like, real acts of terrorism, they just egg the house, and they try to TP it very badly. Like, they're so bad at TPing this house. And Josie and PJ are just watching this, and they're like, this is ridiculous. Like, we're not doing anything here. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. But it's making the girls feel good. Like, they're getting their revenge on Jeff. All the while, Jeff's in his bedroom with his back to the window, and you keep seeing, like, eggs, like, splatter on the window.
Just rocking Total Eclipse of the Heart.
And he has no clue what's going on. Josie decides she's going to go back to the car and, like, keep Isabel company. Because even though this was Isabel's big idea to get revenge on Jeff, she has no part of it.
Is this where she says to her, I really like violence is my love language?
Yeah. She says she always likes when she really appreciated her sticking up for her, like, in a physical way, and this is violence is my love language.
Which I had to Google some of this. I've heard of this phrase before, the love language thing. Do you know about this?
I didn't know that was even a real thing.
It is like people will identify themselves. I hate to offend anybody, but it sounds like horoscopes for lonely people. They'll be like, oh, gifts are my love language.
Yeah.
Like, I fall in love with people that give me gifts or that listen to me or...
It's a real thing, CJ.
Yeah.
You don't have a love language?
Yeah, video games are my love language. You drop off a new Grand Theft Auto, I'm there, man.
I'm in love. So at this point, Josie is in the car with Isabel, and they're kind of talking, and they start to lean in to kiss. Meanwhile, everyone's looking for Hazel and can't find her. We find out that she's actually made a bomb. And she's under Jeff's Camaro, putting a bomb underneath his car. Sets it for 15 minutes, she thinks. As soon as she hits the button, it starts counting down in seconds. So Hazel has to get the fuck out front of the car and run. She starts running towards the van. It's going to blow. And everyone's like, yeah, okay. And then it blows. Like, the whole car goes up and stops Isabel and Josie from actually kissing. They get in the car. A hilarious scene where they're just running around like idiots. Like, they have no clue what to do. Pile in the van, peel out. Jeff finally turns around, sees his car on fire.
And shrieks.
And then we cut to the next day, and they're all kind of like, well, first of all, Tim, the other football player, has already been digging into the club. Like, he's been reaching out.
We haven't really talked about Tim at all.
No,
he gave me, have you ever watched the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
Miss Umbridge?
I'm not sure.
The evil frog lady.
Okay.
Like, she's the one that Stephen King said might be the most evil person, fictional person ever.
I might not have gone that far in the
He
Harry Potter
has
movies.
this sort of, like, Mrs. Umbridge energy. Like, he is weirdly evil and really good at it.
Yeah, he is. He's very sneaky, but he's been kind of in the background of a lot of scenes, like checking out the club. We see him calling some connections, trying to find out if the girls were actually in juvie. He's starting to realize that they weren't. And he walks up to the girls during school and says, hey, really enjoyed the show last night. Letting them know that he knows that they're the ones that blew up Jeff's car. So to this point, they all go to the gym, and they're kind of just like, you know what? The club has to be over. because they know we did this. Like, they're not gonna let us keep doing it. We just need to be done. And everyone is pretty much in agreement except for PJ, because she hasn't gotten what she wants yet. You know, she's trying to get with Brittany. The club needs to go on, or her hopes are pretty much dashed.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel calls her out for it and says, hey, you know, you don't want it to end because you didn't get what you wanted. I pretty much ran this whole club, because Hazel did. Like, Hazel has been the one taking notes, like organizing things. She's gotten all the girls to come. It was PJ and Josie's idea, but Hazel followed through on it.
She's the Bob with the bitch tits of this operation.
Yeah. She followed through with everything and got it done. And PJ just calls her out and says, you don't have any friends. Like, you really mean to her. And that's kind of like the first little implosion. We get a few implosions in the movie. We get this implosion. Everybody kind of storms out of the gym and leaves. This is where Sneaky Tim catches Hazel and kind of sees what's going on and calls her over. We don't really know what the plan is yet.
Oh, the plan, man.
Yeah, we don't know what the plan is yet, but it's about to go down. And then we get two little scenes. Isabel and Josie. She comes over to Josie's house for like a study date. And then we get a scene with PJ and Brittany. They're also having a study date at Brittany's house. Josie and Isabel hook up. Like, there's clearly chemistry. Everything's going really well. They start to make out. We cut to the PJ and Brittany at Brittany's house. They lay down on her bed like to study. And PJ makes a move and kisses Brittany. And Brittany's like, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like, isn't like horrified by it, which is another thing. Like, I really
She's like, my bad. Like, I gave you the wrong vibe.
Yeah, she's like, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression, but PJ's obviously hurt by it. Next day, we get the big pep rally. And Tim and the other football players come out, and Tim kind of says, hey, I know you guys have probably heard some things about this girl fight club. Like, we're going to have one of the members come down and show us what they learned. And they bring Hazel down. They told her she was going to be fighting PJ. In reality, she's fighting a guy named Tucker, who is literally in a cage.
Yes, they keep this man locked up.
Which I don't know if you noticed, because I didn't notice it when I first watched. But like I said, I watched this twice. The first scene when they were in the classroom, did you notice he's actually in the cage in the classroom?
Oh,
like,
really?
In the back corner. It's like they won't let him out of the cage.
Right before they actually do this whole fight scene, because it's a pep rally, the cheerleaders come out.
Yeah.
They prep for a few seconds to do this big dance number, and then one just pours a glass of water all over her shirt, and that's the cheer.
That's the show.
It is a wet t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. So Hazel has to fight Tucker, who's this giant man. And Hazel holds her own. Like, Hazel's a badass. Like, I love Hazel.
Yes.
She kind of kicks this guy's ass for a little bit. And then finally gets the better of her and, like, slams her on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a guy your size fighting a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, it's wild. It's really well done. And, like, you think for a minute Hazel's going to pull this one out. She does not.
No, he hits her with the coup de grace.
Yeah, he does.
He solid kick across the face.
Yeah. So all the girls, they all leave. The pep rally's over. The girls all come down. And also, at this point, everybody finds out that, I guess, Tim kind of blows up their spot. Tim lets everybody know. A girl that was actually trained by girls who were in juvie wouldn't have lost like that. Because PJ and Josie have been lying the entire time. They weren't in juvie. They only started this club to get laid.
Yeah, it all comes to the light.
It all comes out. Their spot gets blown up.
So we've seen friend implosions. We've seen lover implosions. This is the first and probably only Fight Club implosion we're ever going to get on this podcast.
And we get all the girls that are in the club, like, realize that they were lying. Isabel, who had fallen for Josie, is now not in love with her anymore, doesn't like her anymore because she finds out she lied to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point PJ and Josie have an implosion. Because PJ's upset and Josie says, you're only upset because you didn't get what you wanted. Like, I got what I wanted, and I didn't need this club to do it. Like, Isabel liked me. Like, we got together. You didn't get what you wanted. So they implode. And then the saddest part for me was Mr. G. Marshawn Lynch comes down out of the stands, and he's heartbroken because he bought into all this. And then
he gives up on feminism.
He swears it off. And another line of mine that I loved, he's like, and I'm tired of pretending Amelia Earhart's a hero. Men fly planes all the time, never crash. You don't hear nothing about it. And he walks off. So this is like, the implosion has happened. We get another montage of kind of all the girls doing their own thing. Everybody's pretty sad on their own. Hazel is beat the hell up. She's on her couch in her house. All the other girls are kind of gathering around Hazel, taking care of her, while PJ and
She's
Josie...
damn near crippled from the guy that kicked her in the face.
Yeah. PJ and Josie are separate, like doing their own thing, sad, alone. Everybody hates them now because everything came to light, what was going on. We find out a little bit earlier in the movie that PJ and Josie have been friends since they were kids. They had a babysitter named Rhodes, who they termed Gay Yoda.
Yes.
She was like their lesbian babysitter who kind of like probably helped them out with things, like kind of helped them understand who they were and like figure out who they were.
Everybody needs a Yoda.
So Josie goes to Rhodes to just kind of get some advice because PJ and her are fighting. She doesn't know what to do. Tells her the whole story.
Rhodes played by the awesome Punky Johnson.
Yeah, she was
Saturday
great.
Night Live.
Yeah, she was great. And she kind of tells Josie, like, she gives her a little bit of advice, but she's also not really that helpful. Like, she's like, I didn't have like friends. Like, this didn't really happen to me.
Yeah,
like,
I was gay when it was hard to be gay.
Yeah.
It's kind of what she says.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And then she tells her, like, I would go home if I was you and just lock your doors because tonight's the big Huntington game. And this is where we find out that, like, these guys really murder people.
They've drawn and quartered quarterbacks.
They killed a quarterback and his dog once. Like, they literally kill someone on the opposing football team every game.
Yes.
Josie realizes that, like, they have to do something about it. So she runs to the game, finds PJ, kind of explains to her, like, they're really going to kill, like, Jeff, probably. Like, they're going to kill somebody. So they have to go into the stands. They find the girls. PJ gives a big apology. This is where she finally sees the error of her ways and, like, apologizes for being such a shithead the entire movie. And they decide they have to do something. They tell Hazel they need a distraction. So Hazel has another bomb on hand, apparently.
When you got one, you keep it, you know. Or when you have them, you have them.
So we see her setting up a bomb on a tree in the corner of the football field. While the game is getting started, she comes running back over. The bomb doesn't go off. So they have to make a distraction. They're trying to get the cheerleaders to kiss. They're trying to convince people to kiss. No one will, so PJ and Hazel kiss.
Which I didn't see coming, really. Like,
I didn't
they
either,
kiss
but
in
I
a way
liked-
where they're into each other.
Yeah,
I was there for it.
I liked it. And it's great because everyone's like, is this what gay porn? Or no, Brittany looks up and she goes, I'm not gay. I just like gay porn. Like, she's really enjoying the girl's kiss.
Another throwaway line that's just spot on.
Yeah. And then Jeff's like, this isn't like porn. What even is porn? Like, I don't even know anymore. So they kind of get the distraction to work for a minute, but then everything goes back to, like, the game. Like, and they realize there's a little throwaway thing earlier in the movie where they try to give Jeff pineapple at lunch, and we find out that Jeff is, like, deathly allergic to pineapple. It will kill him.
They point to another wonderful sign that says pineapple is worse than drugs.
Yeah. And they find out, like, Josie finds, like, a bunch of, like, gallons of drained, like, pineapple juice. Like, it's empty.
Yeah.
They used it somewhere.
Wait, did you catch, just going back to that cafeteria scene, did you clock the fact that she's slopping, like, gruel on everybody's plate?
Yeah.
And Jeff has what looks to be a 24-ounce porterhouse
Yes.
on his
Yes.
tray?
Jeff is clearly very well taken care of at the school because he is the star quarterback. But they figure out that they've put pineapple juice in the sprinkler systems on the field. And we see a couple guys tackle Jeff, and they're holding him down, and all the sprinklers come out. So the girls have to run and save Jeff. And this is where we get the most bonkers, like, batshit crazy fight scene I think I've ever seen. It's pretty goddamn close to it.
Did you notice that when the Huntington guys are entering to the fight scene, they're playing Thanos' music?
Are they? I didn't even
Yes.
notice that. Really? So they go and they kick the guys off of Jeff. Josie picks Jeff up, and there's, like, this great slow motion scene of her running across the field with Jeff. While in the background, they're just coming together. It's like that scene from 300 where, like, they're
coming together in slow motion.
Together in slow motion to fight, and we just see, like, people kicking each other and, like, just ripping off helmets and punching each other, and all the girls come together. Like, even the two cheerleaders, Brittany and Isabel, who at first were like, we don't want to talk to you anymore, come over to help everybody. Sylvie kills a guy with a sword.
Yeah?
Which is fantastic. The mascot drops his sword, she picks it up, tries to hit a guy with it, can't even lift it, and she falls down with it, holding it up, and then someone kicks a guy on top of it. He just skewers himself on top of her.
I mean, if this movie wasn't, like, completely out of reality, this is where it happens.
But so, you know, we get to the end, the fight scene. They kick the shit out of all the football players. They save Jeff.
They kill many
several
of the football players.
It's actually great because, you know, after the fight's all over, Josie walks back over And PJ's like, I think you killed that guy. And she's like, no, I didn't kill him. She turns on, kicks him, and goes, oh, shit, he's dead.
Yeah.
I think we killed a lot of guys. But then they realize that they saved Jeff, and that's everybody's happy ending. The whole crowd cheers. Isabel kisses
The tree explodes.
Josie. The tree explodes. You can tell there's some chemistry now between PJ and Hazel.
Yeah.
It's a nice moment. Marshawn Lynch is in the crowd. He's like, I knew those girls were all right. Like, he's like, he's back on board the feminism train. Like, he's happy again. Everybody's happy. And then we get like a great little, which I love, bloopers during the credits. We get to see like all the outtakes and everybody kind of cutting up. And
Yeah, you get to
some
see
more great Marshawn Lynch stuff, like just some ad-libbed lines from him. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
I like that. I mean, what a movie.
It is.
The last couple movies we reviewed, they're pretty heavy thinkers.
This was not.
This was not.
Although, like
you
I
could
said,
shut it the hell off and enjoy this movie.
like I said, I'm glad I watched it again. And I really do think that this movie probably gets better the more you watch it, because there are so many little, like, just almost Easter eggs. There's so much stuff going in the background. At any point in this movie, there's something happening in the background that if you just paused it and looked, you'd find some hilarious sign or like see something in the background that's going on. Like there's a point where, Jeff is on crutches at first and he walks out in the field at one point and throws his crutches and it's like a miracle he can walk again. They cut away to the girls. Then they cut back and like the mascot is on the ground like unconscious because they're carrying him off the field.
Yeah,
and
you don't even know why.
It's just like a throwaway thing. There's just, and like I said, if you just listen to the guy on the PA system in the school and at the football game, just hilarious, like one-liner after one-liner. And it's not even like a big part of the movie. It just happens.
Brilliant.
It is. All right. Any grand gestures for this movie, CJ?
Yeah. One thing I thought about, did you see why it was Marshawn Lynch took this role?
I did. I love it.
Yeah, he said that once he read the script, that he thought back to his own sister coming out of the closet, and that he ashamedly did not handle it well.
Yeah.
And he was hoping to take this role as somewhat of an apology to her.
Yeah.
To say that he's grown and changed, which I'm like, damn.
I love that. I think Marshawn Lynch is probably just a genuinely nice, very funny, great human being.
Yes.
After watching this, I'd like to hang out with Marshawn Lynch.
The other thing, like, I just can't believe this movie. Like, now I know 3 people that have seen it. Me, you, and my wife.
Yeah.
Nobody else has ever seen this movie.
Well, let's hope. Maybe we'll change that. Maybe 10 more people will watch it.
Yes. Hopefully, like, in a couple weeks, somebody at Amazon's going to be like, hey, somebody in Germany just downloaded our movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I just loved it.
Yeah, it's good. The only thing, like, I just loved how, like I said, they took what traditionally is just a horny, let's get laid like guy movie and just totally flipped and reversed the roles.
They did it as well as any of those movies. They also lampooned those movies at the same time.
That was the other thing I wanted to say was just some of the... This almost is kind of like a not another teen movie kind of movie. Where like it's so ridiculous at times and so like not in reality. And just like the first scene where they have class and they go in and they sit down and it's like a 2-minute scene and then the bell rings. And PJ actually says, that's it? That's the class? And that's such like a fucking high school movie thing to do where like there's a scene in a class where they all walk in and sit down to have a conversation. Nothing's accomplished and 2 minutes later the bell rings. Yeah. And it's just such a funny little like throwaway thing, but like brilliant at the same time that like they took these things and just kind of like made fun of them and acknowledged them. I just dug it. I dug this movie. I don't have a whole lot else to say about it. Like I said, if I can say anything, it's you should watch this movie. If you're listening to this right now and haven't seen it,
which is high praise. I don't think I've heard you say that once.
Yeah, I wish I would have. We should have put a disclaimer at the beginning of this, just urging people to watch it, which I think you kind of did in the opening. Yeah, but I hope people took heed because you should go into this movie knowing as little as you can about it, and it'll probably just blow your mind.
Agreed.
So that's it. All right, shall we dick flick this chick flick?
Yes, this was tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
Because proud owner of a penis, already felt this movie was pretty great, and didn't really need it too much, which kind of goes with the argument that maybe it's not a movie that should be on our list, but screw that.
No, it totally should.
Yeah, this should be on everybody's list. What I ended up coming up with is, of course, the parallels to Fight Club. Okay. They're all through this movie, and I'm wondering if you have a Fight Club thing going on here, too.
I guess we'll find out.
I would like it that at the end of this movie, it cuts back to them in the gym saying, all right, we've reformed the club. Unfortunately, Mr. G can't be here anymore. He's off soul searching. The new teacher is with us, though. Let's, invite Mr. Durden in. In walks either Brad Pitt or who's the other
Edward
guy?
Norton.
Edward Norton comes in and says, yeah, been hearing great things about this club. And I'd love to see what you're doing here and see, if we could take anything a little bit further. And then
It's like a little button on the end.
Yeah, just have a little Fight Club parallel where you realize that he's now the Project Mayhem, I think, in Fight Club has opened their doors. They want all sexes and they just want to fight.
I like it. Okay, so I went down kind of the same path, but mine veers a little differently than yours. You actually just gave me a great idea. The movie plays out pretty much as normal up until the point where they get the revenge on Jeff. And they blow up the car. Unfortunately, Jeff perishes in the explosion somehow. He dies. This takes a darker turn. Because at this point, PJ gets kind of a bloodlust for this. And she wants to take this club to the next level. Kind of like, fuck the patriarchy. We're going to take down the man. We're going to call it Project Gayhem instead of Mayhem. I thank you for making me think of that. And they kind of start going off, and they've decided to take out like men in power. So, heads of corporations, political figures, whatever. They're trying to take out all these guys that are trying to own women and women's bodies.
So Marshawn Lynch could be the Marla Singer of this.
Yeah, he gets. Yeah,
he's there. He gets the pass.
Yeah, and he gets into it. Like he's like, yes, let's do this.
Yes.
Like I'm an ally. Like I'll blow some shit up with you. But PJ takes it too far. So PJ's kind of the Tyler Durden. Josie becomes, I think Jack is the name.
Yeah, they call him Jack.
Call him Jack. Doesn't really have a name. So they're kind of at odds, and it just kind of culminates with like PJ's about to like assassinate somebody. Like it just like took it way too far, and Josie has to stop her. And there's kind of like and then they have to fight at the end. It's a big fight, and they use everything they learned in the Fight Club, and they have a big knockdown, drag out brawl, and Josie prevails somehow.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's mine. All right. Let's Nick Cage it. You go first.
I really wanted to make him the principal. Like, I'm not taking Marshawn Lynch out of this movie. Like,
No.
the guy put in the work. The only other real, like, significant male role that's not a football player is the principal. But you gave me an idea earlier when you were talking about, I believe her name's Josie, wanting to kill... Or not Josie.
Sylvie wants to kill her
Sylvie.
stepdad. Yeah,
Sylvie wants to kill her own stepdad.
Yeah.
Another little button scene at the end of this. Sylvie coming home, all amped up from killing a guy on the field, kicks in the door, says, "It's time to go, old man." And there's Nick Cage. But he's already got like, the newspaper rolls taped around his chest like fucking Bronson in that movie, and he's like taping his hands up and he's like, "Finally, you came to play."
Yeah. I like it. I would have just made him Jeff. Just let him be a high school football quarterback.
Or, be on the other team. Be on Huntington.
Yeah, that's true. He could be on Huntington. Or he could have just been the mascot. You just never saw his face, but you knew it was Nicolas Cage under that.
That's true.
That outfit.
He fits in just about everywhere.
He really does. All right. I'm going to connect Nicolas Cage to Bottoms. Ruby Cruz, who I absolutely loved. Hazel.
Yes.
She was in the Willow revival on Disney Plus when they made the sequel. Do you remember the movie Willow from the 80s?
Yeah, thankfully, both have missed me.
Really?
So,
Don't say thankfully. Willow's a great movie.
I can't get into it.
All right. Well, Willow, the lead character, namesake, Warwick Davis.
Okay.
Warwick Davis, famously Leprechaun in the Leprechaun series, the horror movies. The very first Leprechaun, don't know if you know this, Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Got her acting start. She's in a movie that's on our list called Mother's Day.
Oh.
Also starring Timothy Olyphant from Justified, Deadwood fame.
Wonderful guy.
But also Detective Drycoff in Gone in 60 Seconds.
I did not know that. Never caught that.
And, of course, Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds. There you go.
Nice.
I've done it.
You've done it. Yet again.
Let's rate them. I'll go first.
All right.
I really like this. I liked it a lot.
I'm so happy, man.
Yeah. I'm 4.5.
Fuck yeah, man.
I just dug this movie. Like I said, I had to watch it twice. First time I watched it, my head wasn't all the way in it, but I still really liked it. I knew I liked it. And like I caught like a lot of the little things. But then I watched it again and there's so much more. Like just this movie is layered. Like there is stuff happening in the foreground, the background, the midground, everywhere.
Every joke has 2 or 3 layers to it. Well, not every joke, but plenty of the jokes have a couple layers to them where you could see them from different lights.
Yeah, this movie is just quotable as fuck. Like I said, I could have done a podcast for an hour and just read you all my favorite lines from this movie.
Yes.
Because I was laughing pretty much start to finish. That's the other thing. Like, I think like when I watched it a second time, the jokes that made me laugh the first time, I missed jokes right after because they're rapid fire. It's like joke, 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 joke. So you're laughing at one joke and missing another.
Yes.
So I think I got a better experience out of this movie watching it the second time. I really enjoyed it the first time. Second time, just it's almost like a perfect movie. I mean, the performances are all great. Like I said, it's so out there, like just bonkers at times, but like heartfelt.
Yes.
So I don't.
And trying to say something.
Yeah, and it said it. Like I fucking loved it. 4.5.
Oh man, I'm so happy, buddy. When this came up, I was like, I bet he's gonna love this movie, but there's a chance that you're gonna come and be like, what the fuck?
Nope, loved it.
Nice. I mean, I was teetering around there too, but I'm gonna get right there with you, buddy.
4.5.
This is our buddy comedy right here. 4.5.
Nice.
This movie just hit me in all the right places. This is a movie that not only will I watch again, I might watch this again this week.
Yeah.
Just because it's on Amazon, I believe. It's Amazon
free to download.
Prime.
Yeah, free. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to see this again. This has no throwaway characters at all. Even the characters they set up to be useless, like Brittany.
Yeah.
From the beginning, they're setting her up to be just kind of this shadow and this nobody character.
Yeah.
And by the end, she's having monologues where she's yelling like, "You guys don't even know me. I own a jewelry business."
Yeah, they play into it. You know, she's that stereotypical cheerleader, but she calls it out. She goes, "People only notice me for my looks, but like I'm deep. Like I'm smart. Like I have a business. Like I do things."
Which they've never shown her being a business person at all.
She's like, I'm more than just pretty, and like she ends up being a pretty well fleshed out like character.
Every
they all
single
are.
character is like super well fleshed out. Even the bad guy, Tim.
Yeah.
Like it's great.
Yeah, they're all really well done.
So yeah, that's where I'm going with this. 4.5.
Fantastic.
Please go watch this movie.
Yes. All right.
If enough people watch it on Amazon, maybe maybe these guys will get together and make another movie. Who
Yeah,
knows?
absolutely. Like I said, I don't recommend movies from this list often. Like I've liked movies that we've done, but I won't go out of my way to tell people to watch fucking Bridges of Madison County. I'm telling people to watch this movie. Anybody I can. Shout it for the mountaintops. All right, shall we roll for our next movie, CJ?
Yes.
We are at 203 movies on the list.
All right. Got the random number generator. We are, number 133.
133. Couldn't get over 100 for weeks.
Well, you know what I'm doing now? I don't know what's going on with this random number generator. I literally turn it on, I turn the phone around, and I hit the button to generate a number about 10 times before I even look at it.
It's very random.
Today, it landed on 133.
133 is a movie I know, but I've never seen. Silver Linings Playbook.
This is Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper, I believe De Niro is in it. I know that
I have seen this movie.
I know it focuses on football. Like I know it has a lot to do with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes,
in some way. Like they're all fans.
Football player.
Maybe.
No. I remember seeing this movie. I remember like it was the I think she won an award for
I
this.
think this movie did win awards. I think this is actually going to be a good movie. I imagine. It may not be for us, I don't know, but I've heard good things. I love Bradley Cooper. I love Jennifer Lawrence. I like Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? I think this might be a David O. Russell movie.
Don't know who that is.
He's a pretty famous director. He's done a lot of things.
Oh.
We'll find out.
I'm excited.
All right. Me too.
Nice.
All right. Well, until next time, everybody, as I always say, check us out. Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Again, we have an email. It's you've.gotmails@yahoo. I'm dying for one email. Send me an email. Going through a lot right now. Send me a fucking email. I don't care. I just want to know where you are, who you are, why you're listening. I won't be this angry if you email me. I'll respond pleasantly. I promise. But until next time, stay romantic. Don't be shitty to each other.
Nice.
Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. I fucking need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever.
Can I be your gay Yoda?
Yes.